los partidos de Copa se los están tomando como una final, sabiendo lo que pueden lograr no solo en resultados sino también en forma de juego. ¿Por qué esa disparidad entre los partidos de Copa y los partidos de Liga?
Bueno, yo creo que los partidos de Copa afectan a los dos equipos, porque los dos, el que gana pasa o el que pierde no pasa. Y en la Liga, el equipo que viene visitante, pues bueno, si consigue un punto y demás, puede especular mucho más. Entonces, no se abre tanto el equipo cuando no juegas en Copa, ¿no? Entonces, yo creo que eso es lo que hemos hecho. No sé si también viste ese partido de Real Madrid contra Vancouver, pero ellos jugaron muy bien. Fueron ganando en los primeros 5 minutos 2-0 y pudieron marcar más goles en los primeros 20 minutos. Y luego sí que es verdad que perdieron el partido, pero es un buen equipo, que siempre está ahí y que compite para estar en los playoffs y que ha jugado muchos playoffs y que mantiene la base, ¿no? Al final mantiene la base, ha hecho un par de corporaciones nuevas, mismo entrenador y es un equipo siempre muy difícil, es un equipo siempre difícil de batir.
Kobe?
Hey Nico, you mentioned it was a bit of a tough game for the forwards. Just take us through the thought process of waiting until the 81st minute to start to bring them out if they were having such a kind of, especially in the second half, some being slog or tough.
But I think it was a little bit early, right? The first minute, yeah. 70 something, because we did 65-68 Pereira, and after we did Diego, Komanich, and then after we did 100. But we knew it was going to be a 6-7 minutes extra time. We knew we were going to have time. To be honest, when we were thinking to make the subs, it was the moment that some of the players that we were thinking to make the sub, they were doing much better. You know, we had clear that Danny had to come, but the others, you know, Buka was very aggressive in the right side. Mirto already, we had a couple of crosses there, and we wanted to keep. We were debating about who we should take out, and finally we got him. Him or Brandon, because Brandon looked a little bit tired also. But we were thinking that the game is going to become a lot of crosses, and then having Brandon as a target will help us. And then also, for example, from Robert is a time limit restriction. It's coming from an injury, and then we have that restriction about 20 minutes each, the same as Danny. But I think they made an impact, and you know, I think Diego got his reward for the hard work that he's doing every single day, and when he came in, he gave us more dangerous situations, more freshness, and this helped us to, you know, to get it back into the game, you know, to have the chances to score more goals. But finally, we scored.
Would you like to see more out of the midfield?
Yeah, I think for me, the first half, one of the issues that we had is like we didn't play forward. We were like it was very difficult for our central midfielders when they took the ball. A couple of times we found really well Owen in the pocket, but when Danny came in, it changed. You know, he was more vertical and found a lot of players in the pocket. And, you know, sometimes we forget about that we've been missing the whole month in, and it's easy to maybe not think about that. He's a key player for us, and losing him from Friday in the office, it was difficult for us. But I think he came in the right moment, and it helped us to get it done.
Buenas noches, profe. Yo escucho, digo, usted nos dice que tiene top strikers, nos dijo eso.
Sí, son dos.
Bueno, sin duda, pero...
Sí, analiza los goles que ha marcado y demás.
Es que ha marcado los goles.
Sí, en su carrera.
Ah, bueno, no, no estamos hablando de Austin.
No, estamos hablando de ellos, como delantero.
Sí, pero esos delanteros que son top strikers...
Son delanteros, ¿no?
No, está bien.
Pero sus números están ahí, yo no miento.
Sí, pero los números de ellos...
Es culpa mía, si no marcan con Austin es culpa mía.
Bueno, los números de ellos, y eso que usted dice que está muy Porque lo escucho yo hablar a usted y dice que está muy bien, que llegan y todo. Pero somos hoy los peores, la peor defensiva de la MLS. Ya no 3 metros de goles. Somos el peor equipo a la ofensiva en la MLS. ¿Qué le dice a usted de lo que nos platica de la delantera?
Hay que mejorar. Ya está, es que no hay nada más. Es que, ¿qué quieres que te diga? Pues que hay que hacerlo mejor.
No, es que yo le quiero
creer. Hay que hacerlo mejor.
Yo quiero creerle lo que me dice todos los
pero
días.
es que hay que hacerlo mejor. Es lo mismo que les digo a ellos, lo mismo que he dicho aquí. Puedes jugar mejor, puedes jugar peor, pero si haces 2.4 expected goals, tienes que marcar 3 goles. Ya está. No lo hemos hecho, tenemos que mejorar y ellos tienen que, y lo saben. Ellos saben que tienen que hacerlo mejor y están dispuestos a hacerlo mejor, y entrenan cada día esos números a nivel físico y lo que trabajan y todo. Bueno, pues nos está tocando pasar este bache. No, si fuera que hubiese dejado de, si fuese que les da igual todo, entonces sí que yo podría, pero viéndolos los preocupados que están, la responsabilidad que adquieren, las conversaciones que yo tengo con ellos, yo los voy a solo apoyar, pero hasta la muerte, porque son grandes goleadores, grandes personas y quieren hacer lo mejor para el club. Y yo ante eso, hasta la muerte. Y se lo dije ayer antes de empezar del partido, en el entrenamiento, se lo digo hoy, y si siguen así, se lo voy a seguir diciendo. ¿Por qué? Porque sé que un día se va a abrir la lata y van a entrar como solos.
Y hablando de eso que dice usted de estos jugadores, ¿por qué jugadores como Brian, Diego Rubio, incluso CJ, ¿por qué no tienen la misma oportunidad?
Bueno, porque mira, el fútbol tiene una manera en la que ellos, pese a no marcar, producen ocasiones de gol, producen situaciones, producen centros, entonces ellos están produciendo. ¿Qué ocurre? Que los otros no habían estado produciendo. Hoy Diego nos ha dado. Pero sí, pero cuando han jugado no han estado a nivel, o en los entrenamientos, Bueno, ¿por qué? Porque nosotros generamos un overload en la derecha adrede. Por ejemplo, todos los jugadores que han jugado a la derecha, si los analizas, han tocado mucho más el balón que los de la izquierda. Entonces, sí, pero Bukhari también, ¿no? Porque habrá tocado muchos balones. John Gallagher también, Owen también, el mismo Pereira cuando ha entrado. Entonces, estaba diseñado el plan para tener un jugador más que el rival, por eso tocan más el balón. Entonces, la idea era generar ese overload ahí para penetrar, para centrar y que desde el otro lado Uzuni se venía como un segundo delantero para entrar con Brano, incluso con Vigo. Estamos hablando también de ellos y Vigo ha tenido 2 ocasiones muy claras. ¿Por qué? Porque el defensor de Vigo se ha ido con Uzuni, entonces lo ha dejado libre a él. Entonces, bueno, igual directamente no participan en la acción, pero indirectamente provocan que el rival tenga que tomar una decisión y dejar a otro. Pues bueno, otras veces hemos estado más acertados y hemos podido marcar, pero yo creo que hoy han tenido muchas también ocasiones, no solo los delanteros, ¿no? Mira, ha tenido varias, el mismo Saúl ha tenido algún tiro y ha tirado un tiro desde fuera. Yo creo que hemos tenido múltiples jugadores con diferentes oportunidades. Entonces, yo entiendo tu preocupación, Jorge. Entiendo la preocupación de los fans, entiendo todo, pero yo lo que veo es gente con ganas, gente que quiere tener responsabilidad, gente que aprecia y que quiere hacer lo mejor para el club. Entonces, como yo lo veo en el día a día, yo tengo que darles esas oportunidades. Entonces, yo creo que siempre nos gusta buscar culpables y señalar y demás, pero somos un equipo, ¿no? Entonces, como equipo ganamos, como equipo perdemos. Yo soy el máximo responsable. Si el equipo no hace goles, es mi responsabilidad, y si no gana, es mi responsabilidad. Y yo tengo que seguir mejorando y encontrando estrategias para que ellos puedan marcar goles dentro de mi posición, dentro de mi conocimiento, dentro de lo que les pueda ayudar. Y estoy seguro que van a poder marcar goles, y yo lo deseo más que nadie, ellos lo desean más que nadie, y vamos a trabajar juntos para conseguir que que esta dinámica cambie y que podamos marcar goles.
Eric McCoy?
Yeah, Coach. Just kind of on the missed chances and generating like a good amount of XG. Is it just a matter of just kind of trusting your attack and just knowing that those chances will eventually start to fall, or do you think there's more that can be done?
Yeah, I think obviously you can improve always. I mean, when I review the game, probably I will find things as we did at halftime that we changed some things that it helped us a lot to be a little bit more vertical. But the games are difficult, and then sometimes because of the players that we have, we can create a way to create chances, right? We have Buka 1v1, we have Buka 1v5, John Gallagher overlaps, or Nico when he's on the field, Owen getting into the pocket, Diego also getting into the pocket, Danny Pereira just bringing the ball forward. We were missing a little bit that in this game, someone that could bring the ball to the players there. And then I think the thing is, like, if we could score those chances, no one will think about if we have to improve on other areas. Of course, we have to be better in other situations. Now we are adding Vito for inside the box to add a plus one there. We added like Savovic on top of the box to get those shots. Probably today we had also some good combinations when with Owen, with John, with Buka, even when Diego came in with Jader, that Jader did a really good job there. And I think as much as we can keep playing together, and this is why we have been very consistent with some players playing more minutes than others. It's when you have new players, new staff, you need to connect things. You need a little bit more of connection, and playing them together, making them playing together, it makes those connections grow. For example, we've been seeing very consistent here at home, that overload on the right side, and how dangerous we are. Okay, then we've done that because there is a lot of the same players playing consistently together. Then we have to keep doing the back line, the coordination, some of the things that defensively we're being consistent because they're playing a lot of things together. And then now, as we go through, we can connect all the players to do that. But it takes sometimes time anymore. It's taking more time because we are not scoring. It's the reality. If we were scoring a goal, we probably will have 6 more points at least. And then with 6 more points at least, we will be okay. We are progressing. We're getting there. And the reality is that we have less points because we didn't score the goals in the 3 moments that we should. Even the other day against Minnesota later on the game, when we played to Javier and Javier couldn't connect that great chance. It happened when you got the ball in the box and with the chest and the shot and going up outside. We are in key moments of the game creating those chances. Even today with 0-0, we had a couple of chances to score. And Arsenal is a team that is really difficult to defend because they have quality players, very technical players. They've been playing together for a long time, and when you play against them, they are going to be able to create chances. Then you have to play a game where you also have to create chances because they're going to score. You saw in the games that they have always creating chances.
Thank you. And then just kind of on Gallagher, he really seemed to be getting forward a lot tonight, and then he had a nice cross to Bureau in the second half as well. Is that something that you think could help, like, kind of kickstart the attack, getting the fullbacks involved more in the final third?
Yeah, I think creating an extra man there, it makes it difficult for the opponent. At the end, the opponent has the fullback, has the winger, sometimes the center midfielder helps. But if we can have 4 or 5 players sometimes creating wide overloads, it helps us to draw their defenders in order to play behind and penetrate and score goals or create chances, process. Having the type of forwards that we have, I think we're doing a good job on creating those situations. Now it's about finalizing. And the thing with John Gallagher is not like he has to be high at the beginning of the play. It's like how he arrives there as a surprise. When the opponent winger doesn't know that he can be there, and then in the last moment he comes into the play. And I think he has he's been doing a really good job on that, and being one of the players that has provided more in the last year to our team.
Okay, good.
Nico, obviously we know how forgiving this league is, and we see it every season. Teams that you forget about in the first half string some things together and they're a factor in the playoffs. Is that something that you keep in the back of your mind as you play these guys minutes and you try to, get them, build the chemistry over time, that that if you just have a good stretch of a few weeks in the second half of the season, you can be wherever you want to be?
Yeah, I think it's a great question, because one of the things that I learned when I arrived to the league at the beginning, when I came and I started working with the first team in Columbus as assistant, I came from more used to European and Spanish. Every weekend you have to win, because there is recuperation, there is promotion, there is other things, and it's like every lose it feels like oh my God, what am I gonna do here? And then what I learned here is like how important is, obviously it's important to win, but how you have to build the team throughout the end of the season. Because there is teams that start really, really strong, and then they fade during the year. And then there is teams that start slow. I have so many experiences with Poland and Seattle, like amazing. Like starting horrible, and you say, what's going on here? They're good teams there. And then suddenly start building throughout the season, and then arrive to the playoff, and they arrive to the finals, they win the championship. And I think if we have the mindset that we are building something, right, towards the end of the season, we can be successful. Because if we start losing our mind and we start thinking like this and this, I think it's not going to help. And we're coming from a very tough stretch, and we haven't got the results that we wanted. That's for sure, and I take responsibility on that. But we have performed at a high level in most of those games, and this is what we have to stick on the process, and then find ways to win those games. And it is hard, and the players, it's tough for them. It's tough for us because we prepare with a lot of work and everything, and we are there, and we deserve maybe more, but we are not getting that reward. And we just have to keep going. But I'm agree with you that sometimes it is worth it to keep building, because at the end of the day, when you have to be in a position to attack the playoff in the final part of the league. And then if you get a good run, you can use that as a motivation, as a confidence and belief that you can have a good playoff run.
Thank you. And then the one thing that is coming actually sooner than it seems, in voting just opened today for MLS All-Star Game, which is going to be here and we will be managing. I assume Austin is guaranteed to have at least one player involved, but as of right now, it's tough to see who that player might be. Do you have any sense or care to advocate for, as fans now have the opportunity to vote, who on this team deserves to be one of or the player that represents the club in Q2 of the All-Star Game?
I mean, I would say that the fans vote everyone, I think everyone from our team as much as possible, and see if we can have a lot. And I haven't thought about that, to be honest. It will come the time, but I will tell everyone to vote our players, because they are really good players, and they can do a really good job on the All-Star, and they deserve to be there. And hopefully in the next games they also can have a good performances, and then make the fans just vote for them.
Any further, I also point out we have about 5 minutes left in locker availability, so Jorge, we can come back to you for one more.
Profe, el domingo se cumple la mitad del torneo. ¿Me podría dar así una pequeña opinión de si se veía dónde está, o menos, o qué piensa usted de la mitad del torneo?
Bueno, a ver, es verdad que uno siempre pues, hace sus cuentas, ¿no? Cómo está. Estamos ahí. Creo que honestamente deberíamos de tener al menos entre 3 y 6 puntos más. Pero se ha dado así. Pero estamos en una posición que nos permite afrontar la segunda vuelta con todas las garantías de poder hacer los playoffs por los puntos que hemos hecho. Pero es verdad que yo siempre hago un poco de números, entre 20 y 25 tienes buenas opciones para atacar la segunda vuelta. Entonces, vamos a ver si podemos conseguir 23 este sábado y poder encarar la segunda parte con todas las garantías.
Gracias, Jorge. Gracias, Nico. We'll wrap it there. Thanks,
Gracias a
everybody.
vosotros.